Welcome to the Carriker Chronicles, the People Show. Checking the post for this condition brought to you by XCancer. Check them out at xcancer.com. Now, as you know, Eric Chenander has been relieved of his duties as defensive coordinator. Bill Busch is going to be stepping in as the defensive coordinator going forward. Now, he's already the special teams coordinator. He's going to be the interim defensive coordinator as well. He's got a lot on his plate. He's kind of a big deal. All right, his apartment smells of rich mahogany, and he has many leather-bound books. I'm a big fan of Ron Burgundy, if you hadn't put that together. But my point is, most of us are pretty familiar with him. I actually played. He was on the same staff that coached me when I was there as a player at Nebraska, so I know him fairly well. I've chatted with him since when the whole heart thing was going crazy. He sent me a couple messages, so I actually sent him one as soon as he was named defensive coordinator as well. But he's kind of a big deal. Kind of important, kind of got a lot on his plate, so I figured we should get to know him just a smidge, just a little bit, just a little better. So he's from Pender, Nebraska. He played wide receiver at the University of Nebraska Wesleyan from 1985 to 1987. And then he got his master's degree, University of Nebraska Kearney, in 1990. Now, in 1989, he was a grad assistant at his alma mater, easy for me to say, Nebraska Wesleyan. From 1990 to 1993, he was a grad assistant for the University of Nebraska as well. Now, he's coached a bunch of different places along the way. He's coached at Wisconsin. He's coached at Northern Arizona, where he was a secondaries coach and his first stint as a defensive coordinator at the collegiate level. He helped lead Northern Arizona to their first playoff appearance in school history. He's also coached at New Mexico State, Utah for multiple years under Urban Meyer in the early 2000s. And that he was a secondaries coach. They had one of the top pass defenses in the entire country while he was there. Then he went on to Utah State, where he was a safeties coach and a defensive coordinator once again. Later on during his tenure, they asked him to do the special teams, but during his tenure at Utah State won a school record 11 games and ranked 16th in the country at the end of the year. They were the number 7 scoring defense in the country as well, and in 2012, he was named the defensive backs coach of the year. Now, in 2015, Ohio State, under Urban Meyer again for defensive quality control. That was his title there. Then he went on to Rutgers, where he was the defensive backs coach, and co-defensive coordinator. And they had the 18th ranked pass defense in the entire country. Now, during his 3 seasons at LSU, they had a lot of success. You're probably aware. They went 15-0 and won a national championship, beat five top 10 ranked teams in 2019. Now, he coached safety Grant Delpit, who was a back-to-back All-American, a unanimous All-American in 2018. Won the Thorpe Award as the top defensive back in the entire country in 2019. And LSU's pass defense, I think, has been vastly underrated. They actually led the SEC conference in interceptions in 2018 and 2019, and they were second in pass efficiency in the SEC as a defense as well. And they were the only defense in the SEC to hold opposing quarterbacks to under 50% completion percentage. Now, he has had 3 different stints at the University of Nebraska. I talked about the early 90s. We'll go back to 2004 to 2007. He was an outside linebackers coach. Then he went to safeties. Then he was the special teams coordinator as well. And his most recent stint, his third stint, his current stint here at the University of Nebraska, 2021, he was the defensive analyst. This year, he was promoted to special teams coordinator and now the interim defensive coordinator as well. He's been a special teams coordinator multiple times, and he's been a defensive coordinator 3 times. Now, some of the things that he's accomplished or he's been a part of is pretty cool. All right, he won a national title as an assistant in 2019. As we know, he helped Osborne coach. He was a grad assistant, in 1993 versus Bobby Bowden, Charlie Ward in that Orange Bowl. All right, he's coached on 3 staffs, of national championship winning head coaches, Urban Meyer, Tom Osborne, and Ed Orgeron. Now, he has more than 30 years of coaching experience, more than 20 years of coaching at Power 5 schools, and lots of experience in the Big Ten. 4 different Big Ten schools he's been a part of coaching-wise, and he's an accomplished recruiter. All right, he helped recruit number 1 overall picks Alex Smith to Utah. He helped get Joe Burrow to come to LSU, who also won the Heisman Trophy, as we know. And he recruited Nebraska's last first-round draft pick, which was Prince Amukamara. Now, he is a good coach, a great recruiter. Success tends to follow him wherever he goes. We all know he has got a daunting task in front of him. Highly challenging, difficult task in front of him, as we know. And it's going to take some time before we start to see some changes and improvement. I mentioned this a couple times. I am concerned, unless someone comes out and says, hey, somebody else is doing the special teams, or we're going to divvy up the special teams responsibilities among the coaches. He's still listed right now on the Huskers website as the special teams coordinator and interim defensive coordinator. So unless that changes, that's a concern of mine, because that's a lot. That is a lot. In fact, do me a favor. Like this video in support of Coach Busch. All right, if you just like this video to show support for Coach Busch. Now, we crossed paths. He coached while I was there at the University of Nebraska as a player. In my experience with him as a coach, he is intense, demanding, and knowledgeable. All right, leave a comment below. I want to know your thoughts on what you think the single biggest thing this defense needs to improve on. And also comment and let me know how quickly can we realistically expect to see any sort of improvement on this defense. Now, Team Jack is something that's been important to Husker fans, and Husker fans are important to Team Jack. So I just wanted to let you all know. So each year, nearly 5,000 children are diagnosed with brain cancer. Of those children, 30% will not survive. I'm asking you to tune in to the 10th annual Team Jack Foundation Radioathon presented by the Home Agency on September 29th. All right, become a champion for a cure for just $20 a month. Visit teamjackfoundation.org to learn more. Thank you for helping us to fight for a cure. And until next time, Husker Nation, go big red, and always remember, go the Buh. This show is brought to you by XCancer. Join the fight at XCancerStore.com and support your loved ones, your neighbors, and cancer fighters all over the world and help them gain access to revolutionary treatments. XCancerStore.com has a wide variety of t-shirts and merchandise supporting a wide variety of cancer battles so you can show off the colors that matter. Proceeds from each purchase not only help those at home, but also cancer fighters in Tanzania, Africa. Check them out at XCancerStore.com.